Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Winston Wolf, and this is The After Effect. Now, on June the 25th, from the Hinkle Fieldhouse in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana, comes 450 Wrestling's Ascendance to Glory number 4. Now, this is only our first pay-per-view since we came back from the dead. The very first match of the night is going to be one hell of a bloody battle when Jade Justice, the anti-Mr. Hendrickson, goes up against Diamond Rose, a woman who wants to get on the good side of one Mr. Hendrickson. Now, as many of you guys know, Jade Justice has opted out of her contract and decided to leave 450 Wrestling, but she had just one more match left on that contract to fulfill, to be able to be paid for her entire time here in 450 Wrestling. So will she show up? Will she get her ass handed to her? We hope so, here at 450 Wrestling Studios. Our second match of the night puts the Revolution up against the Plague. The Revolution has members such as Brandy Danielle, the Sinclair sisters Jamie and Jesse, and Rachel Storm. And as many of you guys know, the Plague is consisted of one Cash Allen, Toxin, and Lilith Rose. Now, as many of you guys know, Cash Allen is also into the group Gods Amongst Men. Now, they gave him a choice whether to walk the line and follow the leader with Gods Amongst Men, or turn his back on his brothers and go with the Plague. Now, Cash Allen has not yet made his decision, but we do know Gods Amongst Men will be in attendance at Ascendance to Glory number 4, and they will make him choose then. Now, our third match of the night is for control of 450 Wrestling itself. This is going to be one hell of a match. Now, this match, Mr. Hendrickson chose the Empire as his team to go against Trent James and Eric Herrera, Gods Amongst Men. Now, the Empire team that's going against Gods Amongst Men is none other than the returning Hall of Famer Requiem and Andrew Payne, who has yet to have a solid battle here in 450 Wrestling. Now, these two have stated they want to prove to the world that the Empire shall always succeed and the Gods Amongst Men will be buried alongside of everyone else they have destroyed. Now, many of you guys know Trent James actually bought 450 Wrestling approximately 4 years ago from Mr. Hendrickson under the guise of Wolfman Entertainment. Now, since the rebirth of 450 Wrestling, Mr. Hendrickson had sole control of 450 Wrestling, and he believed he put it to bed with Trent James on who actually owned the company. Now, when Trent James came out with Gods Amongst Men, they decided they wanted control of the company. They wanted to make this company into what they feel that independent wrestling should be. Now, whoever wins this match will definitely have sole control over anything and everything that do with 450 Wrestling. Now, are we ready for Gods Amongst Men to rule 450 Wrestling? Or are we content where we are currently and having Mr. Hendrickson as our owner and leader in the locker room? Now, our next match is a ladder match, and it puts our current Duke of Wrestling champion, Brian Kennedy, against our Great Lakes champion, Jennifer Enigma. Now, this match is going to be sensational. Jennifer has asked for this match specifically against Brian Kennedy so she can prove to herself, to him, and to the world who truly is the best on 450 Wrestling's roster. Now, I'm here to break some amazing news for these two competitors. Now, as many of you guys know, at Bloodfall number 3, we will be having a Elimination Chamber match. Now, whoever climbs that ladder and grabs the briefcase will be guaranteed a spot in the Bloodfall 3 Elimination Chamber match. And let's talk about our main event at Ascendance to Glory number 4. It puts our current heavyweight champion, Frostbite up against his arch rival Justin Justice. Now this match is going to partake in a cage. A steel frickin' cage. These two are going to beat the fuck out of each other, and they're going to actually be alone while doing it. The Empire and Gods Amongst Men are banned from ringside. Now, if any of these teams interfere in the match, they will cost their leader or their friend the chance at calling themselves a World Heavyweight Champion. Now, let me back up here just a little bit. Now, if the Empire gets involved in this cage match, they will cost Frostbite the World Heavyweight Championship, as it will be awarded to Gods Amongst Men and Justin Justice. Now, we do hope that the Empire stays away from this match, as well as Gods Amongst Men, because we want this to end now. These two have been going at it for the last 3 months, trying to one-up each other, and currently, Frostbite has the most wins over Justin Justice. However, Justin got a win when he tagged with the outgoing Jade Justice against Frostbite and Brian Kennedy. And as you know, Frostbite and Brian Kennedy has been having a falling out as of late, and they are showing strains within the Empire. What's this mean for Gods Amongst Men? What's this mean for the Empire? What's this mean for the Ascendance to Glory number 4? You'll have to tune in and find out. Now, my name is Winston Wolf, coming to you live from 450 Wrestling Studios. I hope each and every one of you have an amazing night. And remember, this is Indie Wrestling.